Hello, wonderhussie here, out in the middle of nowhere. Okay, even the middle of nowhere is somewhere, and this is the long street. Okay, you might remember I made a video all about this bizarre casino out in the middle of nowhere, right on the California-Nevada state line, that happens to be near a big dairy. And so the guy who built this casino imported this giant cow, I guess sort of to represent the dairy, but also just because the guy who built this casino has a lot of weird stuff and he has a very quirky aesthetic. His name is Jim Marsh. He owns a couple car dealerships in Vegas, and he is a genuine Nevada character and legend. Anyway, I just happened to be traveling through this area with a photographer who's shooting pictures of me for AARP magazine. How about that? AARP magazine. Okay, technically, I'm not old enough to be in AARP yet, but I will be soon, and I know many of the fine people watching this channel are, so keep your eye out for the next, or I don't know what issue of AARP magazine it'll be, but there's gonna be some pictures of me. Anyway, we're on our way to go do this photo shoot, and I thought, since we're passing through Amargosa Valley and right by the long street, I should stop here just for a minute, because believe it or not, there's been a new development here on the state line at this lonely little outpost. Okay, this poor cow, which used to sit atop the Holy Cow Brewery, right smack dab in the middle of downtown Las Vegas. That's right, this cow was on top of an old brewery that is, I think it's a Walgreens now. And so when they tore it down, well, Jim Marsh somehow acquired the cow and planted it out here in the middle of nowhere. I mean, put yourself in this poor cow's shoes, or hooves, I guess. I mean, if somebody dropped you down in the middle of nowhere after living the past, I don't know, 20 years of your life in the middle of Las Vegas, wouldn't you be lonely? Well, I've got good news. The old holy cow doesn't have to be lonely anymore, because Jim Marsh went and acquired a pig. And not just any pig. I think, well, it kind of has a lot of character. Now, I don't know the provenance of this pig, whether it stood atop a sausage factory or, I mean, a bacon factory. I'm not really sure where he got this thing from, but look at the face, man. Like all the wrinkles on it is kind of creepy. Wow, look at that. There's even eyelashes on the eyeball. Oh my God, there's so much detail that some artist put into this pig. And oh my gosh, look, there's even fur on it. Look at its ears are furry. Golly, I did not realize. Oh, the fur is real crunchy because I guess it's been out in the elements. This photographer's laughing at me because he's watching me do this. If you happen to hear somebody laughing in the background, well, that's Greg. Anyway, it's kind of crunchy because I guess it's been out in the elements for a while, but what was this thing? You know, what was this thing originally built for? I mean, was it, oh, maybe it was the world's biggest piggy bank. Well, he just said it doesn't have a slot, but how do you know? There might be a slot on top. We just can't see it. This whole thing might be full of coins. Imagine that. We just need a big bat. It could be like the world's biggest piñata. We'll bust it open and we'll all be rich. Just kidding. I would never vandalize one of Jim Marsh's possessions, least of all an awesome giant pig like this. And besides, look at his face. You couldn't bust up a pig with a face like that. He kind of looks worried, or almost kind of sad in a way. You know, maybe he's depressed that he got dropped off in the middle of nowhere with nothing else but a giant cow for company. I don't know. I can't imagine why anybody would make a giant pig covered in fur with that nervous expression. I mean, he does. He looks like he knows he's about to be made into bacon. Golly, look at his hooves too. This is way more interesting than I thought it was going to be. I'll be honest with you. I've known about this big pig for a while now. I just haven't made it out here to check it out because I sort of felt like, is it really interesting enough to justify driving all the way out here? Well, as it happens, I'm headed out this way anyway with the photographer, so it just worked out. Man, I'm kind of disappointed in two things. One, they didn't give the pig a butthole. And two, his tail's not curly. Aren't pigs supposed to have curly tails? I mean, I'm no farmer, and I didn't even grow up on a farm, but I don't know. According to all the picture books I've seen, pigs have that little curly cute tail. I'm also disappointed by the fact that this pig has no genitalia. You know, the cow has an udder, and a very detailed veiny udder at that. You'd think they would at least give this poor pig a set of nuts. Oh, I guess I just proved that I am not a farmer, because as everyone knows, they cut the nuts off pigs when they're like 2 years old, I think, so that they don't get boar taint. That's right, boar taint is a thing I read about, where I guess when a juvenile pig gets to a certain age, something happens hormonally, and if you don't either cut the pig's nuts off or butcher the pig before he gets to that age, the meat gets tainted with some real gross musky taste, and well, it's not supposed to be very pleasant to eat. So I don't know, maybe this pig had already been castrated so that he didn't get boar taint. I wonder what this pig's name is. You know, like, I'm pretty sure that giant cow is named Elsie. I feel like I read that somewhere. I don't know anything about this pig. I don't know where it came from, but I don't know. When I was a kid, I liked the book Charlotte's Web a lot, or the movie Charlotte's Web. Well, the book and the movie. And that pig was named Wilbur. So I suppose I could, every time I drive by this thing, say, "Howdy, Wilbur." But then again, I also love the movie Babe. Remember that movie Babe that came out in the late 90s about that farmer who nursed that little, I can't remember, it was an orphaned piglet or something. That pig was so cute, man. I didn't eat pork for a long time after seeing that movie. As a matter of fact, I still, to be honest, I don't really care for pork. That's one thing. If you come around Wonderhussey's place, don't offer me any pork. I'm not a big pork fan. Yes, bacon, I'll make an exception for every now and then, but for whatever reason, I'm not Jewish or Muslim. I just don't like pork. But I love that movie Babe, because my favorite thing in that movie was when the farmer was nursing the pig back to health and he sang that song to him. It's one of my favorite songs. So I'll go ahead and sing it to you right now, here in the middle of nowhere on the California-Nevada state line, underneath this giant pig. Are you ready? If I had words to make a day for you, I'd sing you a morning golden and true. I would make this day last for all time and fill the night deep in moonshine. Suey! Ugh. All that. And I'm wearing the same damn thing I always wear. And all I did was make a big old mess. But I kind of wanted to get dressed up because my sister and I are going to the big city. That's right, Las Vegas, with the guys from Villa Anita for a girls' night out. That's right, I said girls' night out in the big city of Las Vegas. And golly, you know, I tried on like 5 different outfits. I don't go into Vegas very often, and I certainly don't go out on the town in Vegas very often. So I didn't want to overdress. You know what I mean? I didn't want to feel like the Beverly Hillbillies. What did you decide to wear?
Oh, I thought I'd go a little Desert Sharon Tate.
Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that. She's got fancy boots, but overall keeping kind of like the desert bohemian vibe.
A little Western.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to try too hard because, golly, I already feel enough like Crocodile Dundee going into New York City. Hi!
Hi, babies. How are you? Are we ready for our big extravaganza?
Yes, I am. So let me check out what you're wearing. Cavalli, huh? Wow.
Perry Ellis.
But very understated. I thought you'd be wearing something totally over the top.
I was going to, and then I said, this is let Jack be a little more.
Oh, you're gonna let Jack do the shining? Oh, okay, we'll see. Oh, poor Weston has to stay home and dog sit, huh? Weston, I wish you could come to girls' night out with us, but
You know, that'd be fun.
next time. Uh-oh, okay, sorry guys. You have to stay with Weston. Well, hi, Jack.
Hi.
what will you be wearing today?
I wanted you to help me choose my jacket, actually.
Oh, I'd love to help you. As everyone knows, I'm a fashion icon. Very sharp, and I love these shoes. Okay, so he needs help.
Ferragamos. This.
Hi, sweet girl. Down.
Okay.
Or the other one's a little more simple.
Oh, I don't know. That's pretty sharp too. What do you say?
Ooh, you guys both look great.
I really like that, but put the other one back on.
Well, let's see you two together.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I mean, it might be too much dark. Yeah, we might look like you might look like our bodyguards.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I think I'll do the white then.
Do the white.
Yeah, do the white. Stand out. In a sea of black, be the white. Okay, come to find out, I spent all that time figuring out what to wear and made all that mess in my bedroom for no reason. Because as soon as we got to Vegas, Carlo insisted on buying flashy new outfits for my sister and me.
Okay, should I show you the things that I think would be great on you?
Yeah.
I think this would be fun. Like hoochie delish with
Okay.
no underwear.
Hold on, do I fit in these cups?
Look at this one.
You like the red on me?
Disco lady.
Oh my God.
Let's try that on her.
Yes. Let me see your hair, baby. Let me see your face. Look at yourself in the mirror.
Yes, do that. Do that. A lot of that.
Marilyn, how are you?
I guess the reason Carlo and Jack were doing all this was to thank us for all the help we've given them with the puppies and kittens and everything, and it was super nice of them. Though we didn't get a whole lot of say in the matter when it came to Carlo's vision.
It's a little big.
Yeah, but you know when you have a nice big dinner.
No, my dinner doesn't go to my tits.
My sister ended up sticking with her Desert Sharon Tate ensemble, but I actually liked the outfit he picked out for me. That sexy silver disco bodysuit.
Yes. Oh. Yes.
Can we get some earrings for her also? I need some earrings.
Remember, Carlo used to be a fashion photographer, so he was really in his element in that resale boutique.
Oh, yummy.
Oh, for Weston.
Yeah.
And the best part was, the boutique belonged to a beautiful friend of his named Natasha. Natasha, this is your store?
It is.
And what's the name of the store?
Trading Labels.
And how long have you had this?
Almost 15 years.
And so you resell...
I buy, sell, and consign designer clothes, shoes, handbags, accessories.
And so you must meet some very interesting people.
Super interesting people.
Well, I mean, here in Las Vegas with these amazing clothes.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that come in and they come right up to the counter and they strip down to nothing and they wear what they purchase out of here.
Oh, just like we're doing. Well, I will say that this disco catsuit fits me like a glove.
It does. You look
I
fabulous.
appreciate it, Natasha.
Yeah,
It's
you look
always
beautiful.
nice to see you. You look beautiful too. And
Likewise,
thank you for
thank
coming
you.
in on your night off for us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Of course, I wouldn't miss it.
It's not often we hillbillies get out to the big city.
And that's the damn truth.
Yeah. Thank you, Carlo.
You're welcome. No, that's Jack. Jack's. That's his Jack's treat.
Thank you, Jack.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Natasha, for...
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, we appreciate you. We'll be back. After leaving the consignment store, it was time to go get a cocktail at the Paris Hotel on the Vegas Strip.
She's an influencer. Okay.
There was supposedly this amazing bread basket at one of the restaurants there, which happens to be owned by Martha Stewart.
Is she out of jail, first of all?
Ooh, look at that. That is a sexy bread basket. Look at, I love those crackers. Oh, look at the little butter. But even better than the bread basket were the martinis. I don't know what that bartender's secret ingredient was, but apparently it unleashed some kind of wild Vegas animal in me. Whew, I don't know about beauty, but that sure was fun. Carlo bought me this ring, at that restaurant where we had dinner on that crazy girls' night out that left me absolutely annihilated. Man, you should see what those shoes did to my poor feet. Oh my God. Oh, I've been living in the desert way too long to be running around Vegas, drinking and carrying on in shoes like this. I think I'm gonna bring these shoes back over to Villa Anita and, well, maybe Carlo can return them or sell them to somebody with daintier city feet than me. Because realistically, I just don't see myself wearing shoes like this around Death Valley. This disco pantsuit, on the other hand, this thing I thought was absolutely fabulous, and it fit me like a glove. So you'll almost certainly see me running around in this bad boy in many future videos to come. As a matter of fact, I kind of wanted to put it on right now and go running around the desert just so I could see the way the sun sparkled on all these individual sequins, but, well, unfortunately, the idea of shoving my bloody feet back into these things is kind of a deal breaker. Fortunately, I came up with another outfit over the last couple weeks that I might like almost as much, if not more than, my fabulous new disco bodysuit. And this other outfit has much more comfortable footwear. Let me show you. Isn't this amazing? I mean, first of all, it's this fabulous shimmering pink caftan, which, believe it or not, was sent to me by a viewer. Thank you very much, Lisa. And then I paired it with my classic blonde beehive wig, which I'm sure everyone is sick to death of seeing, but I don't know, there's just something about this wig that to me is just everything. And I dressed it up with these little antennas to make it sort of like a Phyllis Diller goes to space kind of a B-movie vibe. It's kind of like if you ever saw that movie Mars Attacks. Remember that movie from back in the 90s, I think, where the aliens land in Vegas. I want to say they land in the Mojave Desert just outside Las Vegas, and there's that beautiful statuesque alien chick with the big blonde bouffant, and she's constantly chewing gum. And then come to find out that's how she gets her oxygen supply to stay alive, is through the gum. Anyway, this wig with the antenna just kind of reminds me of that movie, and, well, when paired with this fabulous pink caftan, it instantly became one of my favorite looks. I wore it at this party we had last weekend, I guess. And then I realized, oh, I had the perfect cape for it. On top of the caftan and the wig, I happened to have this beautiful golden cape. But what's really amazing about this cape, I mean, aside from the fact that it goes absolutely perfectly with this outfit and these fabulous earrings, which incidentally were also given to me by Carlo. Every girl needs a friend like Carlo. Anyway, the other interesting thing about this golden space cape is that it used to belong to a famous actress. That's right. There's a viewer of this channel whose mother was a beautiful actress back in the 1940s, 1950s, and 1960s. Let me show you a picture of her. He was kind enough to not only give me her beautiful golden cape, but he also gave me this amazing autographed black and white picture of her with Roy Rogers. Look at that. That is Roy Rogers, the singing cowboy. The Roy Rogers. And so the former owner of this beautiful golden space cape, which also happens to be the mother of one of my viewers, was this beautiful actress who co-starred in a few movies with him, I think. Her name was Penny Edwards. You can see she autographed the top of the picture right there. Beautiful Miss Penny Edwards, presumably singing along with Roy Rogers. Actually, I don't know if she was a singer or just an actress, but she was in a bunch of movies. I mean, I guess she started out on Broadway as one of the Ziegfeld Follies girls. Remember the Ziegfeld Follies? It was like the most beautiful showgirls back in the, early 1900s. Well, I guess she was a Ziegfeld Follies girl in, I think, 1943. And then from there, She made her way to Hollywood. She was in a bunch of movies with Roy Rogers, and she kind of got typecast, I guess, in Western movies. She was in a bunch of iconic Western movies, and then she transitioned to television, and she was on a bunch of iconic Western TV shows from back in the day, like Wagon Train and Death Valley Days. That's right, she was on, I think, 2 different episodes of Death Valley Days, and she was even on Alfred Hitchcock Presents. I mean, super beautiful and super iconic actress. In fact, the person who gave me this photo and her old cape was also telling me that apparently he has an old magazine, like Life magazine or Photo Play or one of those old movie magazines, with her photo on the cover and Marilyn Monroe's picture inside. That's right, at one time, Miss Penny Edwards was a bigger deal than Marilyn Monroe. Hard to believe, but true. Oh, it just occurred to me. You may have seen this other picture next to this iconic one of Roy Rogers and Penny Edwards. Well, that's me making a funny face next to this creepy wax mannequin of Celine Dion. Okay, it's a long story, but basically, before I became a nude model, I used to work as a photographer at Celine Dion's show in Las Vegas, you know, taking souvenir photos of the people who came in to see the show. You know, get together, let's take your picture, no obligation to buy, just look at it after the show, buy it if you like it. Well, I did that insufferable job for 12 years, and for a lot of that time, I worked at the Celine Dion show at Caesar's Palace, and some idiot had the misguided idea to get this life-size mannequin of Celine Dion and put it up in the lobby. And so we actually had to try to get people to take a picture with Celine. And it was so creepy and so embarrassing that I couldn't quit that job fast enough. And I can't believe I did it for 12 years. Anyway, it's a long story, but a very interesting one. And I should probably make a whole video just talking about my time as a souvenir photographer in Vegas because it was wild. Oh, I really don't want to profane Miss Penny Edwards' golden space cloak talking about something as cheap and tawdry as Celine Dion, let alone Las Vegas. So I'll just go ahead and throw that over the chair and enjoy the soft, silky feel of this amazing space captain, which, I mean, okay, I might not be able to get away with wearing this ensemble on a night on the town in Las Vegas, but it sure is a lot more comfortable than that disco pantsuit. Actually, the pantsuit itself was plenty comfortable. It was just these dang shoes that did me in. And like I said, I'm going to be bringing those back over to Carlo as soon as I can hobble over there on my poor, bloodied, blistered feet. This golden space cape is so beautiful, and it's going to have an honored place in my closet right next to the dress worn by Terry Garr in Mom and Dad Save the World. Remember, I guess, oh my gosh, it was earlier this year, my friend Widget brought us that huge box of costumes from that movie Mom and Dad Save the World, and I got that awesome ball gown that Terry Garr wore in that movie. Well, Terry Garr just passed away last month in October, I think, of complications of MS. She suffered from MS for a long time. And so when she passed away, I did take out that gown and wear it again in her honor. Just like I'm going to do with this beautiful golden space cape, once worn by the legendary and beautiful Miss Penny Edwards, who may not be as well known as Terry Garr, but she was every bit as beautiful. Actually, speaking of Widget, he said he has even more boxes of costumes for us, and I think he's going to be bringing those out at some point. I can't wait to see what he brings out next. I guess he's got a whole garage full of movie props and costumes because he used to work in the entertainment industry in Hollywood, and I'm not sure. I guess he just bought the whole lot off some movie set or something. He's got a bunch more stuff he's trying to clear out, and, well, whenever someone is trying to clear stuff out, they always think of me and the compound because we got plenty of room for lots of crazy crap. So stay tuned. There may be more fabulous costumes coming soon. The only one you won't see anymore in my videos are these things. Oh, never again.